My name's Andy Fraser, and I'm the fight director on King Hit. And fight director is a really interesting role. It's part of the creative team, and my specific job is to choreograph all the fight scenes that occur in the play. No, that's great. So if we've got, once you get lifted up, Maitland, so once you get him, let's have a kind of, like some sort of isolation movement there. Let me just try it with you. Oh, God. There we go. You got him up. Oh, God. Good, yeah. Anything like that would be good. We don't, this doesn't really mean anything.
Can I jump up and land and
crush like that?
Yeah.
Someone ring Ned.
I can hate you, Carl. Oh.
Yeah?
Yeah, love it.
Well, it's really important to be well prepared before you step onto the rehearsal room floor. The first thing that I do is read the play. And then I read the play again. And fight directors generally, well, I do anyway, I read plays quite differently to how other people do. When the first time I read the play, I don't just read it from beginning to end. I actually read all the stage directions first, because that's where all the action is indicated. And so I start to note where the bits of action are, and then I kind of go and I start to read the scenes that are around the action, and then I'm reading the whole play. So it's kind of like a backwards way of reading. Once I've done that, and I need to then have a clear idea about the style of fighting that's going to be used, what the time period would be, what sort of weapons or equipment are involved. In this case, we're looking at tent boxing, so I need to understand a bit about that style, and particularly in Australia and the history of it and how it was done, so that we can then use that as the foundation for the work that we create on the stage. Oh, they're gonna go get it, make the as they're Right. Good. Okay, so now, what I want here, that was good, guys, well done. What I want here is that you are a brick wall.
Yeah.
I don't want any reaction, any kind of suggestion that you have felt that impact. Right? In the same way that it's like you are like a mozzie hitting a windscreen. Okay? Right? Yeah. Absolutely. That's the feeling, right? My first impression on reading it was heart-wrenching, I would say, in terms of Jeff's story, and I think I relate it to my own experience. Not that whether I can compare it. It's not whether I find, but I ask myself the question: how would I feel if I had had those things happen to me? How would I feel if my children were taken away from me? How would I feel, if I'd, taken a different route in my life, a different pathway? So it's not necessarily comparing, but it's kind of asking the questions: what would it have been like to be in that person's shoes in the story? And that's what kind of made me really kind of go, oh, it's just, but wonderfully funny moments too, and that it's so. I think it's reflective of life in general for all of us, that we have moments of great happiness and great sadness, and how those things come about are every person's individual journey. But yeah, it's still pretty heart-wrenching, and now when I see the actors on the rehearsal room floor working on the scenes in and around the fight scene, that first impression hasn't really changed very much. In fact, it's been enhanced because the actors are now bringing it to life off the page.
Having the new skin on pinkies.
Okay. Yeah, beautiful. We just did a little scuff.
Yeah. Nice. Hold it.
There's gonna be a fight in this house. There's gonna be a fight in this house. We fight by the Marquess of Queensberry rules. No rabbit punching, no hitting below the belt, and no king hits. Keep it clean, boys. Keep it clean. Touch gloves and come out fighting. Keep it clean, Bulldog.